Ever notice how those intense cravings always strike at the worst possible times? That mid-afternoon energy crash is no accident. Today on Foodie Friday, Hy-Vee dietitian Ruthie Chips is here to reveal the sneaky science behind those cravings and some tweaks so that we can make our energy last. Good morning, Ruthie.
Good morning, Alexandra.
Nice to see you.
Great to see you.
So many of us experience that afternoon slump. It's earlier for some of us than others, but what's going on, in our bodies when our brains are like
true.
pizza, Doritos, Doritos.
I know it happens, and it does have to do. Your blood sugar is fluctuating all day long,
right?
And the idea is to try to keep it more steady, because
okay.
what's happening is when it dips, you're feeling that crash.
Okay.
And April is really a big focus for us on diabetes, and it's actually Defeat Diabetes Month, and over half the population has elevated blood sugars, but those blood sugars can go up and down. So I've got some ideas and ways throughout the day that you can go for that steady keel without having those slumps that happen quite regularly.
Yes, that's great. We need to know.
Start with breakfast, though. Let's definitely eat breakfast. And Art, I'm glad to hear you already had your Greek yogurt.
Yes, Art's got that one checked off.
Yes, so a protein source in the morning is really going to get those blood sugars going for the whole rest of the day.
Okay.
So try not to do sugary cereals if you don't have to. We have a wonderful pick of the month that's called, this is the Catalina Crunch, and it actually has protein in the cereal. So you're already kind of set to go, and if you don't have milk or dairy product or a non-dairy, you can go ahead and just crunch it. In fact, you guys you're slumping now, so help me out.
We need some energy.
Yes.
So that one was cinnamon, like kind of a cinnamon toast crunch.
They're delicious.
These are chocolate peanut butter. So
11 grams of protein in just a half a cup. So that's a great way to start out, or it could be an afternoon snack too.
Like cookies.
Yep. Greek yogurt. Don't forget your eggs. So that's how we start in the day. And then there's some interesting research about the timing of how you eat your meal. In fact, what's thought, and this research that came out recently said, okay, let's hold on the sweets, let's keep the sweets till the end, because that's going to help moderate your blood sugar if you start with veggies. Okay, and we're always preaching as dietitians and Hy-Vee diet, eat your veggies. But the science behind it is the fiber helps set up the blood sugars, so they're going to be steadier. So if you can munch on a big salad, or we have the ready to go veggies, just eat those and have a nice big bunch of them before you get going. Then as you move on, start with protein next, something like a chicken or fish, beef, have healthy fats. We've got the Chosen Foods, which has avocado oil in it, which can really also, so you're stabilizing the blood sugars before you get to the starchy carbs.
Okay.
And that's where the pasta, the potatoes, whatever might be. In fact, we've got even a unique pasta that has protein in it as well, called Goodles. It's really Goodle, and that has a pea protein in it. So you can even do like a cheddar mac and make it healthy because the protein is built in.
Okay, great.
So that's a wonderful way to do it. And then as far as beverages go, we know that sugary beverages will spike our blood sugars, no doubt. We do have the Liquid IV in a sugar-free version, which is a hydration tool, which can also be something to work in the afternoon.
Okay.
So really important that we think about blood sugars. We don't always feel them until you get too low.
Right,
if
until
it's
we're crashing.
A high blood sugar level, you don't even really have a symptom in many cases.
Okay.
So today there's a lot of ways for people with diabetes to monitor those blood sugars. I even brought one along so you could see it. This is the Dexcom G7. It is a continuous glucose monitor. So for people with diabetes, it's implanted, it's very subtle, and you can get constant feedback on your smartphone of what your blood sugars are.
Wow.
So that it's been proven to show that people are better managing their diabetes with those types of tools.
Interesting. Okay, and before we go, there are some screenings coming up at Hy-Vee that we should know about.
Yes, if you're interested in a diabetes screening, just contact the store, ask for me, I can let you know. We just have a few samples left of the test.
Okay.
So just call and we'll see if we can work you in.
Okay, and it's a quick and easy process to do that, is that right?
It is a finger prick test, so it's very quick. And we get the hemoglobin A1C, which is a measure of your past 2 to 3 months blood sugar levels.
Oh, interesting. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here, Ruthie.
Thanks, and
cheers
let's crunch.
Cheers
on the Catalina Crunch.
And cheers, yeah.
I'll save the cookie for later.
Who's going to get the cookie? All right.
Look at me. I've already had enough sweets.
Stay with us. We're back after this.